It's time to clear the air and bust some common myths about mental health. For too long, conversations around mental well-being have been shrouded in stigma, silence, and shame. But the truth is, mental health is just as important as physical health. It's about how we think, feel, and behave, and it touches every single aspect of our lives. When we don't have accurate information about mental health, it's easy to fall prey to misconceptions and judgments that can prevent us from seeking help for ourselves or offering support to others. These misunderstandings create barriers to connection, understanding, and healing. We need to start talking openly and honestly about mental health, and that begins with addressing the myths that keep us from living wholehearted, courageous lives. Let's walk through some of those myths together and shine a light on the truth. One of the most pervasive and damaging myths is that mental health is somehow less important than physical health. We prioritize going to the doctor for annual checkups, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly. These are all essential aspects of caring for our physical well-being. But how often do we prioritize our mental health with the same level of care and attention? The truth is, our minds and bodies are intricately connected. Our mental health directly impacts our physical health and vice versa. For example, chronic stress, which is a mental health issue, can weaken our immune systems, increase our risk for heart disease, and contribute to a whole host of other physical ailments. We can't compartmentalize our health. Caring for our minds is not a luxury, it's a necessity. When we acknowledge the equal importance of mental and physical health, we create space for ourselves and others to show up fully, to live with intention, and to experience the world with greater clarity and joy. Let's tackle another harmful myth, the idea that only weak people need psychological help. This belief is rooted in shame and perpetuates the idea that we should be able to handle our struggles alone. But the reality is we're all wired for connection, and we all need support from time to time. Asking for help, whether it's from a therapist, a trusted friend or family member, or a support group, is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of courage. It takes immense strength to acknowledge our struggles, to reach out for support, and to commit to our own healing journey. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and ask for help, we break down the walls of isolation and create opportunities for connection. We give others permission to do the same, and in those moments of shared humanity, we discover that we're not alone in our struggles. Another myth that prevents people from seeking help is the belief that mental health problems are permanent. This couldn't be further from the truth. Just like with physical health conditions, there is a wide range of mental health challenges, and many of them are treatable. With proper treatment, which might include therapy, medication, lifestyle changes, or a combination of approaches, people can and do recover from mental health challenges. They learn coping mechanisms, develop resilience, and go on to live full and meaningful lives. Of course, recovery looks different for everyone. It's not always linear, and there might be setbacks along the way. But it's important to remember that hope exists and healing is possible. We've addressed some of the misconceptions around seeking help, but there are also myths about the nature of therapy itself. One common myth is that therapy is only for people with serious problems. This simply isn't true. Therapy can benefit anyone who is looking to improve their mental health and well-being, regardless of the challenges they're facing. Think of therapy as a form of preventative care for your mental health. Just like we go to the dentist for regular cleanings to prevent cavities, we can go to therapy to address issues before they become overwhelming. Therapy provides a safe and supportive space to explore our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and to develop strategies for coping with life's challenges. It's a place where you can be your authentic self, without judgment, and work through whatever is holding you back from living a more fulfilling life. And finally, let's address the myth that talking about our problems only makes things worse. This myth is particularly harmful because it keeps people stuck in silence and isolation. The truth is, talking about our mental health, whether it's with a therapist, a trusted friend, or a family member, can be incredibly relieving and helpful. When we bottle up our emotions, they don't just disappear. They fester and grow, often manifesting in unhealthy ways. Talking about what we're going through allows us to process our emotions, gain perspective, and receive support from others. It also helps to break down the stigma surrounding mental health. The more we talk about these issues openly and honestly, the less power they have over us. I hope this video has helped to shed light on some of the common myths surrounding mental health. It's time to replace these misconceptions with facts, compassion, and open dialogue. When we have accurate information, we can start to challenge the stigma and create a more supportive and understanding world for ourselves and others. If you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it with your friends, family, and social networks. Let's work together to create a culture where talking about mental health is normalized and encouraged. Remember, understanding is the first step to overcoming.